Oh, you're already there. Hello. Playing around. Bernd Kills from the Bernd Kills show. No, what is it? I teach guitar online in German.
It's Gitarrenlehrer online. It's a German channel. I talk German.
This sounds very German. You also sell insurance.
Yes.
Gitarrenlehreronline.de. But if you want to learn guitar online, he's the guy.
Yeah, and speak German.
Yeah, you have to
Otherwise,
speak German.
that goes somewhere.
But also, he's completely nuts about all the Fractal stuff. And he got me in touch with the Fractal people from G66. They sent me an FM3, FM9, FM nothing, X effects, all the stuff. This is one of them. And we're doing videos on them. We can't do videos on all of it because I don't think that's physically possible.
No, it's not.
Nobody's got the lifetime to literally go through everything in a Fractal unit.
Yeah, I did that. I have 200 videos on the G66 channel.
Yeah, that's a bit...
In German.
Look, I personally, my hobby is masturbating. You know, go somewhere, crank one out. That's what I like to do. He personally makes videos for Fractal.
Yeah.
So look, we all have different hobbies.
And I crank a lot of them out.
Yeah. I get my rocks off like this. He gets his rocks off programming presets and stuff for Fractal.
Yeah, it's healthier. I think.
I don't know. But what we wanted to do, sorry, it's like 1 minute into the video we're talking about playing with ourselves in different ways.
Yeah.
But what we wanted to show you on the FM3 is foot switch assignments and stuff you can do, because my critique on the FM3, if we look at it again, it's got 3 foot switches, and that's kind of like, how do you play a whole gig with that? You could, of course, go to the next... Hello. It's talking to me. Wait, is it aware? Are you alive? Hello? What? It's a motivational. I can really do everything? Can I go to the moon? What did I do to you now? Okay, so my friend Vanessa Jung, also good channel in German, just showed in a little reel that I saw that she's playing gigs with it. And I'm like, how is she doing it with 3 scenes? Well, of course, you can click a thing, go to the next scene, layer, whatever. But she actually showed that it's got a long press, it's got a quick press, it's got a something else press.
Yeah, and
So
I'm going to show you all press. Just before that, some basics, what you have to know about the foot switch.
The foot switch from the
foot switch system. The foot switch system of... I can't say it anymore. The foot switch system of Fractal. They're all the devices are the same, FM9, FM3, and the FC12, which you can get for the XFX3.
I have the
and
FC6.
the FC6, right? But they all operate in the same way, and we're going to show it on the one that has the least switches, which is the FM3. It has 3 switches. And just some basics. What are layouts? Layouts of foot switches are 9 different sets of functions. Actually 8, because the 9th one lets you switch between the 8. And I can show you really quickly. I go to the normal... When you unpack your device, you have this. And then you can switch presets. Right? That's not that hard. But if you take a closer look...
It's showing you something when you push it.
Yeah, when you push it, it tells you... It's very, very, very short. It tells you what it does if you hold. Let's hold that one. It goes 1 bank up. And then you can choose a preset. And here you can get 1 bank down. And I have my original preset again. So the middle one, if I hold the middle one, I go to the master layout, where I can choose layouts. The one we were right in was presets. So I could choose presets. Now I can put this button, and then I can choose scenes. And you see the scenes here listed on the device. Those are all the scenes.
But there are 8 scenes and I only have 3 foot switches.
Yes. So you have the first 3. This is very basic. Then you
hold this one again because it said
hold.
Wait.
Longer.
So to see what it does, I hold it but not long enough.
Yeah.
So I can see view +1. So now I've got the next scenes. That's 6, and then
if you just put on the computer screen, please, very quickly. Now if I hold, you see that on the foot switch, I was not long enough. Still not long enough. No. You see that it changes, right? Those are views, right? Here you have view 1. I think this is view 2, view 3, view 4, or something in the other direction. So you have, actually, it's designed after 12 because you have the FC12, which is the elite model from the Footswitches. And you can do everything that the FC12 can if you use this view function where you can hold and switch to the next view.
Okay, okay.
So that's very basic.
So the layout that we see in the editor right now would be what you would have with the 12.
Yes.
And we're just going through 4 different blocks of 3 to get to all 12. Okay.
So on the 12, you would not have to do the view thing. You would have everything on one palette of switches. Okay, but then you have, if you hold again, master layout, you have effects. And there are some effects in this unit, which you can switch on and off. And it says here, you see, drive 1 bypassed, drive 1 enabled. So you see what it does, right?
It's direct access to blocks.
Yeah, direct access to blocks. And this layout, those layouts are pre-configured by Fractal. They're all in there. You don't have to program them. They're all in there.
If I want to, are there more pages now?
Yes.
Okay, so I can get to the other effects.
Yeah.
Motor delay, plex. Okay, I can get to. Does it loop around if I keep on?
Yes.
Okay, so I hit this. That's relatively easy. Now I can go back to presets, or I can go to scenes.
Right.
Just always hold the middle.
Yeah.
Is it the master layout always in the middle, or can I completely change it?
You can completely change that. You can also make it a switch with not holding. You can connect 2 double foot switches to the expression outputs when you don't need an expression pedal, or you can connect 1 expression pedal and 1 additional foot switch, and you can do all this on an additional foot switch. So you can do everything that the internal switches can do. You can put on external foot switches.
I doubt it.
You can
Nope.
take one and I'll show you.
Oh, I guarantee you can. What if it's a classic click button foot switch?
Then not. You have to have a
see,
taster.
It needs to be like
momentary.
a momentary digitally. One of those.
Yeah, but you can get a very cheap one from
Yeah.
UX
But I'm
for
saying
$20.
you can't get every foot switch.
No.
If it's a click amp foot switch, it won't work.
Yeah, but you can use a click amp foot switch for very basic
I
functions.
like that we're calling it a click amp foot switch.
Yeah, we do. But you can use that for simple stuff like, for example, put 1 preset on. You can adjust.
I thought like simple stuff like smoke on the water or something. But okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
But you can tell the unit that it's a latching foot switch and it reacts to it, and you can put presets
okay.
up and down and stuff. You can do loads of
You
stuff.
could use it for bank up and bank down, for example.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
You could do that, but better is it momentary. Okay, but
Or by the FC6 or the FC12.
and then you have 6 more.
How
you
much,
could do
how
that.
much are those, by the way?
Oh, I don't know.
Let me show the people because I've got the FC6.
Let me see here. I haven't. Yeah, FC6. You can connect that, and you have special layouts that work with FM3 and FC6.
If I connect it with the FAS link, the fast link,
It's just an XLR cable, by the way.
do I still need power?
No, if you only connect 1 foot switch. In addition, you can connect. Actually, you can connect 2. You can connect 2 FC6s and put them on different
That's why
stage.
go in, go out.
Yeah, you can. If you have like different positions, maybe you want to go to the drum raiser, you can put 1 there. And
So wherever you are on stage.
yeah, you can.
And also, in addition
Yeah.
to that, for each of the foot switches you add, you get expression pedals
Expression pedals and 4 more switches.
Let me just try this for a second. Just for shits and giggles, because I know you have to define that in the menu somewhere that you have one connected.
Yeah, that's actually.
Let's just see
don't
how it
remember how to do this. I did a course about this, but it's 2 years ago.
Let's just see
It
how it powers up.
works.
And if it powers up,
It does. Okay, what I wanted to say: 1 foot switch powers up with just the XLR cable. If you use 2, you have to put an adapter on the power adapter.
and it's actually, look, Friedman HPE, and now we have the 6 scenes, and I can probably view up. If I learned this correctly, wait, view down.
Yeah, but we
Nope.
can see it's too bright.
Yeah, wait, just trying. Master layout. And now I've got channels, looper, preset. I've got different. So
And if you put on the software,
Easy.
this would be FC1, and you can configure everything on that one as well. It didn't react. Yeah, now it reacts.
to turn it off Oh, nice.
Just put it out. It doesn't matter.
However, if you are working with an FM3, you're likely working with an FM3 because it's convenient and small.
Yes.
If you wanted more foot switches, you're going to go to the FM9. But the whole, I have it in a different location on stage, that's a reason. So if I have the FM3 and that's enough in terms of processing power, and we're going to talk about processing power and differences in a future video, but having the FM3, maybe just because of the wiring and everything in my rack, and then I have an FC6 in front of the stage, and then another one on the other side of the stage.
You could
that could be cool. Or my guitar tech has one to switch, and I have one. I don't have a guitar tech, or I don't play live. But if I did, I would have. Maybe there is a reason to have an FC6 in addition to an FM3.
I think John Petrucci has 2 FC12s, and one has his guitar tech, and one is his. So you can do that very easily.
If he's somewhere on stage doing a show, oh wait, it's John Petrucci, he doesn't do that. But let's say a cool guitar player who runs around and is rock and roll, not Petrucci. He's gonna hit me now. Running around.
You're right, I was there, and he didn't run around it very
No,
much.
he just stands in one position.
Yeah, and he puts his foot up on his glorified
If you
stand,
want a show, a Dream Theater concert isn't it.
It was a good show. But no matter. Okay, you can also do like very, very weird stuff. So you can also like, if you are on presets.
Like German Scheiße porn?
No. You could. No. You could.
I'm trying to get you derailed and it's not working.
No, it's not working. If you have your presets, right, you can program the device, and I show it in my course, and also Cooper Carter shows it in his course if you're English speaking. Cooper Carter course, by the way, is the shit. Okay, if you just imagine, if you now choose your amplifier, right, you don't need to choose another preset, right? You want to go to scenes, so you would have to go, You can program the foot switch that it does that automatically. If you put this preset, it automatically goes to scenes.
Ah, okay.
And then you could define one switch in the scene layout to go back to presets.
So the whole program, the whole preset, will come with, oh, by the way, do this to the switches.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
You can do everything except, and Fractal, please listen, hold, switch to a preset, release, switch to another preset. That doesn't work as of yet.
Is the switching between presets seamless?
Yes. It's
Okay.
there was an update like half a year ago. Before it was a little, like 30 milliseconds I measured, I think, with a little break. Now everything, even switching presets, everything is seamless.
Let's put this to
no
the test.
break at all. Actually, if I have the editor plugged in, it can delay a little bit if the editor is plugged in with the computer. But I don't think so. Let's check.
Where's volume? We had a lot more volume earlier. Where is that?
I don't know. I didn't do anything. That was the preset was a little. There's no break.
See, do that again. I thought I heard it a thing. Do it again. Not scenes.
Okay.
Presets. Okay, it takes a few milliseconds for it to change,
Yeah.
but there is no gap.
Yeah.
All good. And also,
It's because the editor is running and it communicates. There's less delay if you have no editor connected.
and realistically, I would have scenes within a song and not different presets.
Yeah, you would.
I would.
You could do presets, especially if you use the song list feature, which we don't go in now. You could. You can do song lists and switch different presets from different scenes and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's the basic functions.
Okay.
I go to master layout again because that's not all layouts. We have views here too. We can do channels, which we will discuss when we do the FM9 or the XFX 3. So per effect block, you can have 4 different settings, which are called channels. Then you can go to the looper. If
Isn't
there's,
that confusing? Calling it channels?
I think it should be settings instead of channels, but no matter how you call it, right? Then you have a looper. The looper has to be in the signal chain before. You can put it in and you can not put it in. That's your choice. But you have a looper, which is pretty long.
She said.
Right? Then you have, which is now getting a little bit too complicated for those videos, per preset. So you can tell it, this foot switch always gets its assignment from the preset. So the preset can do whatever it wants with that foot switch. So you could on one, you could have on this foot switch, you could have like a drive pedal. On the other one, you could have a compressor, and on the other one, you could have a phaser.
But you would have to remember what you put there because it'll say per preset.
No, it will then say that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So right now there's nothing assigned to it.
There's just a demonstration of per preset.
Okay, okay.
So, but we don't need that right now. Then you have perform. This is just a different layout where they mix everything, and you have utilities where they put the tuner and tap tempo and shit.
Okay.
And that's all. And now we're going to take that.
The foot switches honestly are as complex and flexible as the whole thing is. I mean, they went above and beyond. Similar to what Boss is doing. When Boss is doing something, they go and put features in there that nobody's ever going to use except for 3 people in the world. But they are there.
I use the foot switch function so extensively, and for me, it's one of the main reasons to use Fractal. I have to say that the foot switches are something that no other unit does. And I will now show you, I will go to the utilities menu, which I don't use, and I will clean it and make it blank. So nothing is on there.
Okay.
We need that screen.
Is that global or for this preset?
That's global.
Okay. You just killed my utilities menu.
Yeah, I can put it on back. You can also like restore. The files are, and you can restore that and load it in and stuff. You can also just reset the device and it's on there again. Okay, we now have layout 8 and I will call it Barney. So now you see here, I can move around with the cursor and I now have this foot switch. And I can do with it whatever I like. I will now show you how to control 4 scenes, with 1 foot switch. Which doesn't seem possible, but it fucking is. So now we have on tap, which is tap, right? Tap. We have one function, and I would say scene.
So tap is a quick hitting.
Quick is like quickly hitting, not holding it. And I would say toggle scene 1 and scene 2. Here. Okay. Now you see, pop, pop, pop. It switches between scene 1 and scene 2. Also, the foot switch tells you what happens if you hit it. Which for some people, also for Vanessa, because I told her how to set up their foot switches, her foot switches, she. This is for me confusing. That it says HBE V3 because I am on BE for V3, right?
Ah, it tells you where it's going.
It tells you where it's going, but you can tell the display what it should display. And you can even do like I showed before with the little jokes. You could even do custom names. But now for me, I would say not destination name, but both numbers. Where it tells me it's scene 1 and scene 1 is active and then scene 2 is active, which is much more logical for me. You could also tell it to
massively cool.
Custom, and then I could just say, just no. Whatever, right? I could do everything there. But I leave it on both numbers, right?
Yep.
Okay, now you say, okay, we have 2 on this 1 foot switch, but how are we going to get the third? Okay, the third is easy. You go to hold, which here is hold, and you go to scene again, and you can say select and say 3. Then, if you hold, it's scene 3, right? But I could also put this not on select, but toggle, and say 3 and 4. So now, if I want to go to scene 1, I hit that. I hit it again to go to scene 2. It alternates, right? Then I hold it 1 time to go to scene 3, and I hold it a second time to go to scene 4. I mean, nobody would do that, but you can.
But you wouldn't be able to now, let's say, go to scene 2 directly? Okay.
the only thing that takes a longer time is
It's going to scene 4 because you'd have to hold and hold again.
Yeah, but for example, if you play "Are You Gonna Go My Way" and there's this the song, right? And there's this one flanger thing which you use once, right? You could do that on the 4th. Actually, you wouldn't because you don't need 4 songs in it.
It would be difficult to get the sound to change exactly on a downbeat
Yes.
with a long hold. However, for certain functions, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
If you need precise switching on a certain beat, that wouldn't be my choice.
Right.
But the fact is, what he just showed is, I didn't know that is possible. So with 3 foot switches, you would have 12 different functions. You could say, I'm holding, well, again, you would have to hold and hold to turn the drive on. It's not that practical, but it's possible.
Yeah. So this is like an extreme example. I would not do that, right? But for it to reset.
You know what I would do? Hold and hold again, turn the tuner on.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. The thing is, if you, I just killed the hold function, so it's unassigned. What the FM3 is now automatically doing, it's not doing the change on releasing the button, because for a hold function to work on any button, it only can do something after releasing the switch, because it doesn't know how long you will hold it. Logical?
No.
If you have a hold function,
Yeah.
and you push the button, and it does something by just pushing the button on the button push, then it would go to scene 1, and I would have no chance to go to scene 3 by holding it.
Yes.
It doesn't know how long I will hold
So
it.
it's always on. No, for the tap, it's always on release.
Yes, but
For the hold, it's after a certain time.
right. But if I don't want that, if I want to have rhythmically a precise switching, I have to kill the hold function, and then it's on press
Ah.
automatically.
Can you determine the time of the hold function?
Yes, you can. It's very easy. It's
Of course you can.
on hold function timeout 0.5 seconds, and you can change everything.
Wow. Obviously, you can change everything because that's what Fractal is all about.
Yeah.
Being able to change everything.
So thing is, I would probably only use, I would not use the hold functions on my most important sounds, because I want to have that bam, right? Otherwise you have to like put it down and release it at a certain point, but then you would sometimes like put the hold function because you don't release it early enough and it would go to the hold function. But you can adjust everything, right? But normally you don't have to really like on time, you know what I mean? It's like, bep, bep. It's fast enough.
You know how I programmed, I mean, when I played gigs and I had a looper switcher for the pedal board, same thing really. What I like to do is have the foot switches always assigned to the song parts. And for each bank that I made, each bank was a song,
Yeah.
and each foot switch had the song part. Even if the intro and the verse had the same sound, then they just had the same preset on it. So that I always know my foot switch 1 is what I need to go to for the intro.
Yeah,
And
you
when-
can do that.
And when the verse hits, I hit number 2. Pre-chorus number 3, chorus number 4, and it was always the same. So I always knew on each bank, which was always named after the song, I always know I'm in the chorus. I never have to think about it. Hit number 4, even if it's exactly the same sound as the verse, it doesn't matter. I always know that's what I need to hit for my
Okay,
chorus.
then I want to just say something about the foot switches, and then we go to this feature you just described, because it's in there.
Okay.
It can do exactly what you said. I would probably program the switches, the most important ones. I would not do dual functions. I mean, I would like do the toggle function, which is instant all the time, right? But on a sound that I don't use that often, like a chorus sound, I would probably do a hold function to get to the next view or something. So you can have 8 sounds and the tuner. You can have on one thing here, 8 sounds and the tuner. So you see how the foot switch functions like really kick it off. And also there's an addition which they did, I think, half a year ago. You can tell it if you do just select, right? I'm going to do select here, and I'm going to do select here as well, just to show you something nice. Not preset, no, not preset, scene. Select 2. you can say second press previous scene on, and I'll show you what that does. Just for example, you have your solo sound, your rhythm sound here, and your solo sound here. And then you have a part where you switch for one fill. You want to switch to the solo sound. But then quickly back to the rhythm sound. Then it's totally dumb to press. But you can just say second press previous scene. So you are on the rhythm sound, you hit the solo, you hit it again,
On your back.
and it goes back. That's just one.
Wherever you came from, it jumps back.
Wherever you came from in the preset. It's a scene thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You can also do that, I think, with preset. Let's see if you can do it with presets. Preset. You can also do it with presets. So if you go like preset 1, and then you have to go to like a preset 10 for some special sound on one song, and then you hit it again, it goes back to preset 1.
Yeah, I know, that's super convenient.
Which you don't have to do. We now, Footswitches is done. Oh, and you can, if you use the tab buttons, right? 2 buttons. It's a stereo switch, right? You can just take some layout anywhere, which doesn't have any function assigned. You've assigned the functions you want there, and then you can tell the FM3 in the device that those buttons take over this layout. So you can always program, or you can just say, let's do it easier. That was not good, well explained.
Yeah, you lost me there.
Yeah. So you want to have...
I'm not 100% sure on layouts. A layout is how the buttons function, how the foot switches function.
I tell you. Layout 1, you can choose presets. Layout 2, you can switch scenes.
Okay.
Layout 3, you can switch effects on and off. Layout 4, you can switch channels, which we don't explain now, later. On layout 5, there's the looper.
So if I go to master layout, that's where it chooses the different layouts.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So, and now, for example...
And so where were we now? On scenes? Well, we just edited. What layout did we edit?
We edited layout 8.
An empty one.
Yes, an empty one.
Which means I would go to... Wait.
I didn't put the master switch function in. Wait a second.
If I don't have that, how would I get there? I wouldn't, right?
Utility. No, it's not utility. It's... Where is it? Layout. Select. 9 is master layout. View 1. Now it's activated again.
But if I didn't put that in there, then I'd be stuck live. I'd be stuck on those foot switches and I can't get back.
No, you could just put this knob and you go to every layout you want.
So I just go to a layout where I can switch layout.
Yeah.
So for this one, I would go here. Now wait, master layout. And then, wait, how do I change it? Wait.
Press.
No, but how do I go to the other ones?
View.
More. Okay, and more. And then there's Bandy somewhere. There's Bandy.
Yeah.
And now I'm on ours.
Yeah, right.
And I go back, and then I can go to layout 1, which is down here. Okay, yeah. I get it. So, I get it.
Now, just an example. You don't want your bank with hold function. You're sick of that. You want to have like 2 switches beside it, and you want to assign that. You can just say in the FM, I can show you where it is. Setup, and you go to FC controllers onboard switches, and there's stand-in switches, right? So you have switch 1 tip, switch 1 ring, which is the output 1 for the expression pedal 1. And then you can say which layout, and I want to do bank minus, okay? That's on layout 1. And I choose switch. No. You have to put somewhere. Okay, I will show you how it goes. We are not using this right now. It's out on the screen. We are not using this. Okay, and I put in preset. No, bank, right? Bank. Function, increase, decrease. And I say +1, right? So this switch would be bank 1.
If you're pointing at it, they don't know that you're pointing at it.
Okay, I'm just saying. Pointing at it. Okay, and this, I would just copy that, right? Copy. Always convenient functions here.
Very
paste.
cool. Yep.
And I would say -1. Okay? So now I go back here and I say bank increase, decrease go here, say layout 1 presets, and go to 12. And now those foot switches have those functions.
Those functions. Okay. Not honestly, without you doing this right now, that would have probably taken me 2 to 3 hours to figure out.
That's actually something you have to like stumble upon a video that explains this, because you would never think it's possible.
It makes sense to put this in a layout and then have external switches control that. It makes total sense, but again, learning curve.
Yeah, and that's the
Fractal
reason
stuff comes with a learning curve.
I suggest to everyone that gets an FM3 to, if you speak German, buy my course, or if you speak English, buy Cooper Carter's course, which I bought as well. And then
if you buy an FM3, you get a coupon code for the courses,
yes,
right?
you do, for my course and Cooper Carter's course. And I think Marco has one too in Italian. I don't know yet. I think he has one. And then you just go through the course. It takes you about a week, like just leisurely looking at it, and you see what's possible. And then you know if you want to do something that it is possible, and you look it up and you say, okay, there it is.
I gotta play devil's advocate. Sorry, Fractal people, but you do understand why people are hesitant, because you just said takes you about a week. You understand why old farts like me go like, yeah, but this Plexi's got like one channel and a plug-in and fun.
Yeah, but the Plexi cannot do a Plex delay.
I get it. I fully get it. But
and it's heavy as shit and loud as shit.
I get it. All good. But telling a guitar player who's ultra conservative and lazy and just wants to drink beer and play AC/DC, it takes you about a week. This is where we just lost them. We just lost 90% of the people watching. It takes you about a week.
Yeah, if you really want to know everything.
I know, but I'm saying that this is obviously where these things...
You can just switch it on, like do the presets. If you like one, remember where it is. I mean, it will switch. If you switch it on and off, it will remember where you were, right? And just use that with the scenes layout. And then just burp, burp, burp. Right, and you can do the foot switch thing I just showed you to access them with 1-3 set.
You know what they need, and we're not there yet in our world, in the guitar world. But give it 5 years. Give it 5 years. In our world, 5 years. They need voice input and AI.
Yeah, that would be great.
Because then you're gonna say, "Hey FM3, I'd like the first foot switch to have these functions." And then it just has those functions.
That would be awesome.
You know it's coming.
Like you would tell me, do that. And then it does it itself. But then they will probably have, like, destroyed us anyway. Save the planet,
on scene 1. Well, you could say, hey, FM3, on scene 1 of this preset, call this preset Hendrix Mayhem. On scene 1, I would like... the Eric Johnson Cliffs of Dover kind of sound, but with a tape delay, and a V30. And on scene 2, I would like the Hendrix clean something. Don't even tell it amps, just say who you want it to sound like, from what album.
That will come.
And
somebody will do it.
This is 1 billion%. We don't know when it's coming because it's a lot slower in our music industry world.
Yeah, it is.
But that is down the line. And then these things... have beaten everything, because the big hurdle is that 1 week that you just mentioned, and it might not be a week. Obviously, I got these. I read nothing. I turned them on.
I mean, if you buy a thing like this, it's not that cheap, right? And then I would suggest get yourself familiar to put everything out you paid for. I mean, just thinking it will know what you want, it doesn't, and that's what you just described. Then it will know what you want, but you're not there yet. Let's talk about set and songs. So I now just a computer monitor. You can define, I think, how many songs are there? Over 100, like 128. For every meter number, 1 song. And you could just say...
So that's set number 1.
Oh yeah, you have to change it here. This is like Atemlos.
Oh my God. Good choice.
I'm just...
Good choice.
Because nobody of them knows the song.
Amazing choice.
Okay, and then...
Heidi, räum die Küche auf.
Genau, Heidi, räum die Küche auf. That's a very good one. And then you can...
Frau ist kein Beruf.
section names, right? Section name, right?
Oh, okay.
You can say intro. Let's do a very easy one. Intro, verse,
That's how I would have mine set up because it makes sense.
chorus.
And I would always have the same song parts on the same switches because then you
Bridge.
don't have to think about it.
Yeah, and that you can do, right? And then you can tell it for the song. What's that? Yeah, that's you can choose a preset.
Oh, nice.
Let's do FIS lead 1 to 2, and then you can say which
And what scene? That's killer.
Okay, let's just do random shit, right?
Yeah, okay.
Right, and look.
Whatever scene. Oh, killer. Oh, that's nice.
And through the gapless switching, it would be like just perfect, right? So, and then the one thing you would have to do now to access that, you would have to tell the Footswitches that they should use the song feature, right?
So could you just step through these song sections?
Yes.
Plus and minus?
Yes,
Or
you can do everything.
you can pick them directly?
Yeah,
Or with plus and minus, you wouldn't be able to, let's say, skip directly to the solo, but also if you're playing a gig, you don't need to do that because you're playing the song the same way every time.
yeah, but the thing is, you would have to define that. I think the sections more often because you have then verse, chorus,
you'd have
solo,
to
verse, chorus, solo.
How many song sections can you do?
8. It's a little
That's not enough for prog.
no.
It's not enough for Dream Theater. So
Enough for Schlager.
we need more song sections for that.
Wait. Layout, clear layout. I want to now do that on the Footswitches, right? So it clears the layout. Then I say, we have song,
Ah, okay.
right? And then we can tell this. If you hit it once, right? Increase, decrease, right? And you can also tell it where to wrap. So you have only 32, or you can have like whatever. And then on the hold function, I copy this and paste it here. I say -1.
So he's stepping through the songs.
Yes. And then I can say, yeah, we didn't define many songs, so it doesn't know what to do, right?
So you could use this, click and hold to go up and down a song.
Yeah, within a set list.
Yep. And then you could use the other two to go up and down through the song sections.
Yes.
And you would never, during a gig, if you have your set list right, you would never have to leave that layout.
No.
You would go to the next song, go up, up, up. Oh fuck! I hit one too many. Go down, up, up, up. Next song, up, up. Technically, next song, up, 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 up. Next song, up, 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 up.
Yeah, you would only need 2 switches actually, and you can program the hold function to go back if you accidentally stepped on it. So you can use the hold functions to go back. Then you can have here maybe a delay on off or a tap tempo, or you could have the tuner.
Only issue is if your song has more than 8 sections.
Yeah, then you would have to go back and forth.
Yeah. Then you would have to have direct access to the sections.
Oh, it only has 6, sorry. So you would have to go back and forth.
But adding more, software-wise, wouldn't be an issue. 6 is, if you want to step through it consecutively, not enough.
That's right.
Intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, interlude, verse, I'm stuck.
But you could do intro, verse, chorus. Then you could do hold is always bridge, and hold is always solo.
Yep. Well, solo, you want to kind
Or
of
you could use the toggle function.
Yeah. Definitely options. I think we're good here. I think we've
You
shown
could say verse, chorus with toggle.
Yeah. I think we've shown you the possibilities of the Footswitches, which I think probably most people are not aware of.
Yeah.
Which is why they might shy away from the FM3. And honestly, with what we've just shown you with 3 Footswitches, imagine what happens if you add the FC6, the foot controller, or if you go to the FM9, where you have 9 fully assignable, is it 9? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Footswitches with toggle functions, with hold functions, with 9 and toggle functions and hold functions, that is more than enough for any gig on a single layout. That is really
And also
impressive.
you can like put on 3 expression pedals on the FM9.
So obviously in the comments you'll say, yeah, but the Helix also, yeah, but yeah, of course, other things do that as well.
The Helix can actually do some of that stuff. But no unit can do all of that stuff. And other devices like the Quad Cortex, don't get me started. The Footswitch functions are, I mean, like it's like comparing Iron Man to a baby.
Yeah, I think he's exaggerating there. But you could also get, of course, a MIDI switcher. I'm going to have a review for the Motrix MIDI switcher, which is pretty damn
it's awesome.
Impressive. It's wow. And it's got a full touch screen. It's got MIDI ramping. It's got MIDI ADSR. It's got MIDI envelopes. Very easy to program. Still, it's MIDI, so there's still some things you have to know, but there's always ways to get to things. But honestly, what Fractal put in these is very impressive.
2 things. MIDI always has a little delay when switching. Always. It has like a hardware latency thing of 8 milliseconds, I think. But that's the MIDI protocol. It's also the reason why Boss IRs take so long to load. And also, this is fully MIDI capable, and you can adjust everything with it.
Of course.
You can also switch scenes with, I think it's Control Change 43, and you put a value of 0, 1, 2, until 7.
For the scene.
And you can switch very easily with every MIDI foot switch. Then you also, if you have like a really cheap MIDI foot switch, which only does program change, like those Harley Benton ones, I think there's one like €100 Harley Benton one, you can tell it to go to preset 100, scene 4. If it receives 1, it translates that to preset 100, scene 4. If it receives 2, preset 105, scene 7. You can tell it.
So as you said in the beginning,
every single thing.
As it told me in the beginning, everything's possible.
Yeah.
But you have to get there. And A, you have to know that it's possible. And B, you have to be willing to learn how to do it, whether with the editor or whether you give Bernd a call or their great tech team that they have here.
Actually, you can give somebody a call because the European distributor has a phone service you can call.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Knut?
Yeah, Knut.
Knut's gonna sit there and explain shit to you.
Yeah.
I don't want his job.
No.
Holy crap. I hope Knut's getting a lot of money. But
I think he does.
But that is phenomenal. So if you think you want to get this, but you don't know if someone's going to hold your hand, they're going to hold your hand.
Yeah, they do.
Lovingly. We're done here. On to the FM9 for the next video. Watch that whenever it comes out. Thank you, Fractal, and for sending that. And thanks, Bernd, for hanging out with me doing this. Now we need to turn down the heat because it's way too warm in here.
Yeah, it is. I have to.
And we're going to put animals at the end as always.
Animals at the end.